2026 might be the richest year for cozy games in Switch's entire history, and the good news is that almost all the best stuff is still ahead of us. I've pulled together 13 cozy games that haven't launched yet, filtered out everything that's already out, and flagged honestly where there's a catch.
Original items. Plus, up to 4 players can make magic together in...
Kicking things off is the witchy life sim everyone's been waiting on. And here's the detail that matters for us. It was confirmed for Switch 2 back at the Spring Showcase, but it lands on the original Switch at the same time, so nobody with a Nintendo console gets left out. Witchbrook from Chucklefish drops you into a school of magic in the seaside town of Mossport, and the heart of it isn't the farming, it's the social side. The studio is putting real work into a relationship system that tracks how characters react to you and to each other. You'll fly brooms, brew potions, tell fortunes, and pull 3 friends into online co-op. The pixel art is light, so performance on both consoles is the least of your worries.
College, where students strive to master the magical arts. During...
This one's already knocking on the door, and it's interesting to us mainly for its platform. Among consoles, it's a Switch 2 exclusive with no original Switch version, and the new hardware edition supports mouse controls and game chat voice chat. Starsand Island itself is a cozy life sim from Chinese studio Seed Sparkle Lab about coming back to the island where you grew up. Farming, fishing, ranching, building, capybaras, and cats underfoot, and a full 4-season cycle. The complete version adds 4-player online, romance, and an autumn harvest festival. It spent a few months in early access on PC with a mixed reputation, so the day 1 polish is what really counts here.
Shipped anywhere on the island, fresh veggies delivered in a flash to 99, and your Starsand getaway.
Now, a rare treat that launches on Switch and Switch 2 at the same time, complete with a physical edition that throws in a digital cookbook. The Witch's Bakery is a cozy adventure about Lune, a young witch who opens a bakery in modern-day Paris, and her pastries do more than taste good, they heal the emotional wounds of the people who eat them. Each day splits into 3 parts. Mornings behind the counter, evenings wandering the city and getting closer to people while untangling their troubles, and nights spent leveling your magic and dressing up the shop. The hand-drawn Paris looks gorgeous, and the format is perfect for handheld. Pop in for a couple of orders on the go and pop back out. And now, a hard swerve from cozy to creepy. Village in the Shade, known in Japan as Honogarashi no Niwa, looks like the sweetest hand-painted farming sim going. You arrive as a stranger in the mountain village of Kagatsu, grow crops, fish, and fix up your home. The twist is that it's made by Nippon Ichi, the Disgaea folks, and the village runs on 8 strict rules. Don't talk to strangers, don't leave the village, and whatever you do, don't go out at night. Break a taboo, and the cozy picture flips into full-on jump scares, and now and then insomnia drags your character out into the dark against their will. The cozy label deserves a warning here, because there's horror lurking under the pastoral surface. On the practical side, the Switch 2 physical release is a game key card, a cartridge with no game on it, and there's no multiplayer, so it's solo all the way. The genre's old guard is back and swinging big. Echoes of Teradea is the first Natsume Harvest Moon on Switch 2, and instead of a cramped little farm, it promises a proper open world. You grow up in the quiet village of Bloomfield, but a mysterious mist creeps out of the forest of echoes, beasts prowl at night, and disasters strike the land. There are animal companions with abilities that clear obstacles and open up hidden areas, campsites where you rest and cook, and puzzles at ancient statues. Sounds lively, but I'll be honest about the big caveat. Natsumi's recent Harvest Moon games landed with a shrug, so this reads more like a bid to redeem the series than a sure thing. On top of that, the Switch 2 version costs $10 more, and the launch was just pushed from September into mid-October. If you're on PC, you've probably already played this one, and Nintendo owners will just have to be patient. Fields of Mistria is a pixel farm in the Stardew Valley mold, but with magic. The town of Mistria is recovering from an earthquake, and you rebuild your homestead, chase romance, dive into combat down the mines, and learn spells that actually help with the farming. The full release hit PC on August 5th, and it was one of the warmest launches the genre has had in a while. But here's the snag for us. NPC Studio moved the game onto their own in-house engine specifically to enable ports. And while Switch and Switch 2 versions are confirmed on paper, there's still no date for either.
Here stands a restaurant floating on the sea.
Next up, an unexpected guest in a cozy lineup. One Piece Grand Gourmet takes the pirate universe and, instead of brawling, sends you into the kitchen. You're a new hire at the floating Barity restaurant, cooking dishes alongside the chef Sanji, gathering ingredients and decorating the dining room while more than 400 characters from the series drop by in a fresh pixel art style. It's made by Kairosoft, the Japanese studio plenty of people know from Game Dev Story, and dozens of mobile management sims, which is both a plus and a reason for caution. The plus is that their addictive management loop has been refined for years. The caution is that the exact same game launches on phones the same day, and it's going for around $20 on Steam. So it's worth asking yourself up front whether you really need the console version of a familiar mobile genre.
So we're expanding the restaurant. A rookie staff member's job is never done. Decorate it to make the tastiest looking meal set.
Just drag each object to its place, assembling the story, piece by piece.
Now for something genuinely meditative. Woodo is a cozy puzzle game where you assemble wooden pieces into 3D dioramas, and as you build, the scene comes alive and colors itself in, like flipping through a pop-up coloring book. No fighting, no timer, just satisfying hands-on tinkering and a soft, gentle mood, the kind of thing that works as an evening decompress. It's published by Daedalic, and it looks charming. I'll be honest about one thing only. Games like this tend to be short, and to run on atmosphere rather than depth, so don't expect hours of deep progression here.
But here I am, surrounded by a gang of girls. Lovely place.
Cute always feels right at home on Nintendo, and Hela proves it. You play an adorable mouse who's friends with a witch that's fallen on hard times, and you set out to explore the world and gather ingredients to help her out. It leans more adventure platformer than life sim, but the mood is exactly the warm, unhurried cozy you'd want. The nice bonus is 4-player co-op, so you can drop into the fairy tale with the whole couch. Just keep in mind this is an active little romp rather than a laid-back farm, so if slow, steady farming is your thing, expect energy here more than meditation. Now for a cozy MMO, and here Switch owners get an asterisk right away. Loftia is a life sim set in a solar punk world where you build up your own floating island, band together with neighbors into districts, and collectively grow a greener world, turning junk into furniture and an old tire into a flower planter. The snag is that it opens in early access on PC, with the Switch version arriving afterward, no concrete date attached, and it's not even clear whether Switch 2 gets its own build. On top of that, it's an MMO, so you'll need a constant connection and a Nintendo Switch Online subscription. The project raised over $1 million in crowdfunding and won an award for Most Anticipated Cozy Game, so the potential is huge. But live service games prove themselves over years, not trailers, so for now, treat this as one for the future. This one I have to bring up with a heavy heart. Coral Island is a big, gorgeous farming sim in the Stardew Valley vein, but with a tropical island, diving, and an ocean cleanup theme, and on PC, it's long been a favorite for a lot of cozy fans. The problem is the console version. The Switch port was handled by publisher Humble Games, and after the company's restructuring, there's been not a word about it since 2024. So on paper, a Switch version exists, but in practice, the port is stuck in limbo. I'm keeping it on the list precisely to be straight with you. Wanting it on Switch is fair enough, but I wouldn't count on it arriving anytime soon. Second to last, and the one with the biggest question mark for our platform. Wylde Society is a prequel to the lovely Wildflowers from Studio Drydock, winding us back to the turn of the 20th century. You play Vivian Wylde, a witch and hostess running a magical boarding house on the island of Fairhaven while slowly building up her witchcraft. The concept is charming, and the studio's last game was a delight, so you can trust the makers. But here's the blunt, unwelcome truth for us.
I feel like anyone, regardless of circumstance, might be welcome here.
Cherie Swank.
I appreciate it. I hope you find everything to your liking.
A pet is knowing they aren't going to live forever. When a dog.
And to close, something for the horizon. Rover's Tale, formerly known as Good Boy, is a touching adventure the developers themselves describe as a Petroidvania. You control a space rover with the soul of a dog implanted in it, roaming a lush wilderness and stumbling onto strange, beautiful sights. The vibe is pure Wall-E, warm and contemplative, and it's published by Team 17. I've added it as a look ahead more than anything. It's confirmed for Switch 2, but not until 2027, so it's the longest wait on this whole list.
Tech and upgrades. Supporting their fellow explorers.